Prepare to confront insurance companies and negligent drivers. Attorney Allen brings 30 plus years of strong representation to obtain the settlement you deserve. Call Robert C. Allen at 850-438-6800 for a free consultation. That's 850-438-6800 or visit www.robertcallen.com. Watch the Ask Robert C. Allen show on WBQP TV Pensacola Speaks on Blab TV and follow him on all social media platforms.
Good morning, or should I say good evening, whatever time it is that you're viewing this. My name is Lavender Shedrick Williams, and I am owner of Candy Publishing and creator of The Other Woman magazine. Our next issue will be coming out hopefully by the end of June, and it is free digitally now, so you can read the digital issue at www.theotherwomanmagazine.com. Are you broke by choice? Are you sitting on gifts, talents, skills, or some knowledge that could be used in a way to bring you profit? That is why I'm here. And I have a great announcement for someone who's in a position where you would think you had absolutely no way to make extra funds, to produce anything. He is on death row. I mentioned him before on previous shows. His name is Anthony Tyson, and he has completed his first book. It is ready, it is published, and it is available wherever online books are sold. Mr. Anthony Tyson. It is reflected on life from death row. Anthony Tyson and I have a mutual friend whom we did not know. I didn't know Mr. Tyson until this friend connected me to him. She knew that he was looking for a publisher. Now, I talk a little bit about this in his book of how we were how we were connected. And it's amazing how he has limited resources, but yet he continued to try, continued to ask, and found someone who could help him, who could connect him to a publisher, which was me. Now, he had no funds. He had no way to pay. We did all of our communication through email. There were a couple of phone calls, snail mail, but he got it done. So I want to ask you, what is your excuse for writing your book? This guy is on death row. Okay, you can say money. Money is always a reason. It's a doggone good reason. I didn't have the funds for my own book. My first book, We Snap in Silence, when I first started. It was $500 back then. You can't get any book published for $500 these days. However, there is a publishing company. Since I am transitioning out of publishing books, I do the book coaching. I teach you how to become your own publisher. There is another publisher, Cheris Publishing Partners, who I am collaborating with and working with, and it'll be just like working with Candy Publishing. She asked for help, just as Mr. Tyson did. She asked for help to begin her own publishing company. And voila, after a few training sessions, she is now the proud owner of Cheris Publishing Partners. And you will hear more about her. As a matter of fact, we interviewed together. We had a Broke by Choice show together a few shows back. And you can go to WBQP TV's YouTube channel to view that, or you can go to Broke by Choice and view that interview with chairs publishing. So there are so many avenues and ways that you can reach out and help others and make a profit from it. As I say in every show, I was prostituting my gift, knowing that I had skills that I could be paid for, but I was being nice and just wanted to help people. But you know what? We got to eat. We all have to eat. So find a way, find a price, and make it work for you. You could turn a hobby into a business. And I think basically that is how Candy Publishing got started. It wasn't a hobby, but I enjoyed helping people get their books in print, and I was doing it for free. Ended a 20-year marriage, needed some extra income, and voila, Candy Publishing. Now, it took some blood, sweat, and tears. It wasn't like I just said, okay, I'm going to start a publishing company. I didn't know anything about publishing. I had to research. I had to ask for help. I made a lot of mistakes with my first few books, but you learn from your mistakes. You learn, you grow, you evolve. You just become better at your craft by doing it over and over and over again. So I heard a baseball player once say, practice doesn't make perfect, but perfect practice makes perfect. So just ask yourself, what are you sitting on? What are some of your skills? What is your knowledge that you have from maybe your job? That's an easy how-to book. A lot of people are turning their knowledge into workbooks, into how-to books. But I encourage you to read Mr. Tyson's book, if anything, just to see the perspectives that he has on life that he says could only come from being on death row. I get no funds, no money from the sales of his book. I'm not selling the book. You can only get it on Amazon.com or wherever online books are sold, and that money goes to his account. Of course, after Amazon gets their cut. But any time someone purchases his book, Reflecting on Life from Death Row, the money will go to him. So while he's sitting on death row, and I truly believe, his lawyers believe, that he is innocent, and I am just looking forward to the day that he is exonerated. It's been over 25 years, I believe 27 years now. It's 25 years when we started this book. So this took a couple of years, but I would love to help him generate some income. So when he is set free, he will have money to help support his life, to help to get started. And hopefully he will get some money from being exonerated. But for right now, please go to Amazon.com, and the title of the book is Reflecting on Life from Death Row. This is a proof copy, so your copy will not have the gray line across the cover. That basically says not for resale. This was the proof copy that when you write a book, you will get a proof copy of your book also to review, to edit, to make changes. So if you have a book, Candy Publishing doesn't publish books anymore, but I will walk you through the process. I do have coaching services, and I can help you get the words out of your head and in print. Don't worry about the fact that you cannot write, you cannot spell, you have problems formulating and placing paragraphs. That's what editors are for. Don't let another year go by and not get the book that you've been thinking about for years. Do it this year. If not now, when? You've talked about it many times before. You probably even have called me. We've had conversations. I cannot tell you how many people have a desire to write a book, but they just don't take that first step. And it's not easy. It's easy for me because I like to write. But when you have someone that can guide you and take you through the steps, you can do it. So Cheris Publishing is a new publishing company that I will be working with. We will be doing some workshops, may even come to a city near you and helping you get that book in print. No excuses. If someone on death row can do it, you can do it also. Now, I can't pass by saying that journaling is such a big part of writing a book. Their journaling is therapeutic. Mr. Tyson journaled while he was in prison. Now, a lot of his notes we could not use. We had to come to a conclusion, come to an agreement of what the book was about. He has a very strong faith, have to have a strong faith being innocent and living on death row. But it talks about how he gets through the days as an innocent man on death row. How do you sit behind steel bars on death row, sitting there with the death penalty, and you're innocent? Some of us have a difficult time getting through a regular day, and we're in the free world. How do you get through your days, Mr. Tyson, sitting on death row, an innocent man? The book is $19.99. It is available on Amazon.com, or you can go to his Facebook page, Author Anthony Tyson. Please like it. If you don't purchase the book, like his page, share his page. Whatever support he can get on behalf of him, I thank you. Your support with him being in that position will just help a lot. Now, I had to assure his lawyers that we would not talk about his case. We didn't want to say or do anything to hurt his case. It is simply about his life behind bars on death row. Not his life, but his life behind bars on death row. And I commend him. He wasn't always able to afford phone calls or maybe not even stamps to send answers to questions that I was asking him for content for the book, but he made it happen by whatever means necessary. Now that shows not only faith, but persistence, resilience, determination. And these are the things that you have to have in life to pursue anything. But I cannot stress, what is your excuse? We make a lot of excuses for everything, even starting a business. The t-shirt I have on, you can't see all of it, but it's a t-shirt that I made under Shedrick's studio. Everybody's designing t-shirts or clothing lines. That's like a trend now. But this t-shirt was during a workshop with a few women, and she guided us through the process of how to get the paint on the shirt. But she allowed us to be creative and use our own ideas. And this is what I created. You can go to ShedrickStudio.com. She also does, not ShedrickStudio.com, go to her Facebook page, Shedrick Studio. And she has a video that she also does workshops with children. So if you're looking for something that you can do with your child this summer, she holds individual classes. She holds workshops, one-on-one, t-shirts on canvas, painting. It's something different, and you get the artist there with you. So the video that she has with the children is so cute. They really enjoyed it. And this was a 2- and 3-year-old. I believe she starts at age 3. After doing that workshop with the 2-year-old, she starts at age 3 to adult. But once you see the video, go to Shedrick Studio on Facebook page, and you will see what she offers for children and adults. This is just beautiful. I love it. You get to choose the color t-shirt you want, the color paints that you want. And she has decided, and we were just getting together to have a girls' night in. She turned it into a way to make a profit. But her craft brings in money anyway. That's how she makes her living, by painting. Can you imagine painting and living off the money from the art that you create and sell? Baking. Can you imagine those bakeries? They started from somewhere. They probably started in their home. They probably had doubts. Writing, candy publishing. I never wanted a publishing company. I never knew that I would have a publishing company. I enjoyed writing. It's something I love to do, is to read and write. And it's now a business. So whatever business you're sitting on, think about stirring up that gift, those talents, those skills, and just hold a workshop. Sell a cake to someone. Start journaling. Journaling is such a wonderful way to begin a book. And even if you weren't going to publish what you wrote, journaling just helps get words out of your head. If you've got a mind that's always working, you're always thinking, as a writer, that is so therapeutic to just write. Sometimes I sit and write. I've got tablets on top of tablets of just my thoughts, writing. And to go back years ago and look at some of those tablets and look at the things that I wrote, watch the evolvement of your thoughts. It's a really interesting process to see how you grow in your thinking or not, to see how you evolve, to see how short, or should I say how quickly, life goes by. I mean, I've got journals from back in the 90s of when I was just writing little poems that I've never published. I've never published any poems that I've written. They were just thoughts in my head. I used to like to just sit and write poetry, but now it's turned into writing books and helping you write your book. So if you ever had a thought, ever had a desire, if not now, when? If someone sitting on death row can do it, you can do it also. Now, I have to mention in every show, the owner of WBQP, Mr. Vernon Watson, if I can find his information. Mr. Watson in his garage. In his garage, WBQP started in his garage. Now that sounds crazy, but that's how it happened. The Gulf Coast's only urban TV station. Please go to WBQPTV.com. If you sit here and watch it, download the app, or there are so many other ways that you can watch it: Fire TV, Amazon, Roku. And if you have a business, an organization, a ministry, you can host your own TV show. Just like you're sitting here watching me, hundreds of thousands of people can sit and watch you. A 30-minute segment, you don't have to do it every week. Contact Mr. Vernon Watson, 850-293-5007. 850-293-5007. And talk to him about the pricing, which is very affordable. If you're not able to afford it, you can get a sponsor. Attorney Robert C. Allen is my sponsor. He serves the Pensacola area and surrounding communities. If there's a will, you all, there is a way. If there's a will, there's a way. So I encourage you, one last time, well, it's not going to be the last time for this show, one more time, to please start that book, begin that book that you've been talking about. Just write. Don't question yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Just start writing. You say, well, what do I write about? Whatever thoughts that come to your mind, write those thoughts down on paper. And when it's time to put the book together, that's when your publishing company, your editor, will help you figure out and help you develop your book. So book development is a big process for publishers. We will help you get your book together. So Mr. Tyson's book, Sitting on Death Row, was just a bunch of paper, his journal, his thoughts from over 25 years. We couldn't use all of it, but we used what would make a good book. And so the content of his book is how he gets from day to day, living on death row as an innocent man. So please support Mr. Tyson. I get no profit from this book. I merely helped him write his book. He had limited resources. He needed help. We talk about that in the book, how we connected through a mutual friend, where he now has a published book, Sitting on Death Row. Go to Amazon.com. Purchase his book. It's $19.99. You can get the Kindle version for $9.99. And let's help this innocent man sitting on death row generate some income. I believe that he will be exonerated one day. He is an innocent man sitting on death row. I can't imagine it. Amazon.com, Reflecting on Life from Death Row by Mr. Anthony Tyson. Or you can go to his Facebook page and like his page, and you'll see the link to his book on Amazon. You'll see the link, and you can just click on the link and order it. It's just that simple. Author Anthony Tyson on Facebook. Author Anthony Tyson on Facebook. Okay? And I'm doing as much marketing I can for him. He cannot ship. He cannot sell. He cannot market his book. So Candy Publishing is doing all I can to help him get the word out about his book. So you can like Candy Publishing on Facebook. Also, I have information on my personal Facebook page. I just have it out there wherever I can get it. It's also on Instagram, The Other Woman Magazine, on TikTok. Book. So if you could share his book also, even if you just share a post from his Facebook page about his book, or share the link to Amazon for his book purchase. Remember, it's available on Amazon or wherever online books are sold. So my time is running out. I want to thank Mr. Vernon Watson, WBQP TV, for this platform. Again, if you have a show that you're interested in hosting, be your own TV host, got a ministry, an organization, or even an event, a grand opening, he covers it all. He covers it all. If you don't want to do the production yourself for extra costs, he will take care of that for you. WBQP TV. Roku TV, Amazon, Fire Stick. He's on all social media networks. This is an amazing way to get the word out about your business, your ministry, your event, whatever you have going on. Reach the masses. Reach the masses with the Gulf Coast only urban television station owned by Vernon and Mary Watson, WBQP TV. WBQP TV. Right here you can download the app, and there's information, or go to the website and learn more about WBQP TV. This, again, started in his garage. I'm just fascinated with that. What went through his mind one day to start a TV station? But you know what? Everything you see Everything you look at, everything you touch, even the cell phone, it started with an idea. It started with an idea. So stir up those gifts, those talents, those skills that you have. Start a show. Write a book. Start a business. If not now, when? Again, my name is Lavender Shepherd Williams, owner of Candy Publishing. Broke by Choice is shown every Sunday on WBQP TV. And you can have your business interviewed also. My phone number is 850-725-4894. 850-725-4894. You can leave a message and I will call you back within 48 hours. And I'm going to close with my sponsor, Attorney Robert C. Allen. Thank you for joining me, and don't be broke by choice.
What counts when you're injured? Your pain and suffering, lost wages, your physical injury, loss of consortium, medical bills, and property damage.
Call me today for a free strategy session.